I think another thing, one thing they would find very familiar, like I said, obviously the technological environment would be different, but I don't think that would be as shocking to them because it swims in the same streams. Things are better, easier. Maybe things that were audible are now visual, and all that kind of stuff. But I think the transportation would be very familiar. Like, I'm going to drive here. Oh, okay, no, that's far. I'm going to fly there. Things like that. Like that, they probably would think the air travel sucked because it was, the air travel used to be more comfortable than it is now. The seats keep getting smaller and closer together and all that stuff. Cars are, it's not much different. So I think that would be probably the most familiar. Like this guy's living in, California. He's sitting in traffic back then, sitting in traffic now. So. Where I think the most shocking would be, and this is kind of part of the technology, but it's just kind of also what we have, kind of acclimated ourselves to, is the information overload. Like you mentioned, like, for example, school shootings and all that stuff. Like the fact that so many things that we're presented with, whether it be through our technology or whether it even be through news, cable news or whatever, like it overloads you with information to such a degree now. Like there was a lot going on in the world back then, but people didn't try or even think that they were keeping up with all of it. It was just like, all right, I'll check in with stuff when I need to. But because it wasn't easy to overload someone with information, like you get a newspaper, you go through that at your own pace. The newspaper is not sitting there trying to stimulate you in ways so you won't leave it alone, or at least it's limited in its ability to do that. Some of this is kind of amusing ourselves to death kind of thought process, but I think the information overload would be shocking.